Episode 56 HC August 9, 2023. Is residents against wood smoke emission particulates cringe? The ultimate insult of our era? Beginning to allow a complaint-based system for indoor residential wood-burning emissions in 2023 would allow a parallel track of flawed wood stove certification and a complaint-based system for monitoring and eliminating polluting indoor wood stove emissions. Dr. Tony Fauci's innovative use of a government agency parallel track encompassing AIDS clinical trials alongside allowing use of one experimental drug ganciclovir while conducting a clinical trial of AZT, was successful in saving lives while preventing blindness, for instance, in 1989. Most of the articles noted here are about the adverse effects of PM2.5 on human health. Wood smoke is 90% PM2.5, particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Indoor residential wood-burning emissions of PM2.5 cause health problems and early deaths for near neighbors. The hyperlocalized emissions from indoor wood-burning need to be monitored by $249 citizen scientist-owned, or handed out for free by the federal government or a health department. Purple air PM2.5 monitors, and if those wood-burning emissions that reach the yards and infiltrate the homes of near neighbors exceed National Ambient Air Quality Standards, NOx, for PM2.5 as a consequence of the wood-burning emissions from the stack of a nearby indoor residential wood burner, each wood-burning stove should be shut down because of violation of NOx standards of 35 micrograms PM2.5 per cubic meter in a 24-hour period, U.S. current standard, regardless of whether the wood stove in question is certified by the EPA. The Office of the Inspector General, OIG, watchdog of the EPA stated in a February 2023 report that the U.S. EPA wood stove certification program is flawed and allows loopholes caused by the lobbying of the wood stove industry to result in many or most wood stoves certified actually to be non-compliant with the EPA's own lax wood stove emission standards. The EPA emission standard, New Source Performance Standards, NSPS, for cordwood burning stoves is 2 grams PM2.5 per hour. Cordwood is the wood most often used by indoor residential wood burners. If wood stoves actually were operated for 24 hours per day at 2 grams emissions of PM2.5 per hour, the first nearest neighbor at 20 feet away would experience PM2.5 at 89.3% above the allowed limit of PM2.5 NOx in a 24-hour period. And the second nearest neighbor at 80 feet away would experience PM2.5 at 10.5% above the allowed PM2.5 NOx in a 24-hour period. Which violation is more important for the EPA to note that, through loopholes causing non-compliance, even certified wood stoves are overwhelmingly more polluting than the safe performance standards of EPA NSPS, or that certified wood stoves that meet the NSPS standards still emit pollution that affects near neighbors at levels exceeding NOx allowed by EPA standards. Solid fuels such as wood and coal inevitably emit particulates. Carbon capture after decades of research does not work, and is expensive to research. However, taxpayer subsidies to biomass, wood burning, plants and solid fuel burning, carbon capture research keep these inefficiently heating, wood-burning plants, and futile, carbon capture, industries alive. The 10 assistant attorney generals threatening to sue the EPA to provide clarity to wood stove vendors should instead ask the EPA to enact a complaint-based system of controlling wood stove emissions by use of near-neighbor-owned PM2.5 monitors, using PM2.5 data as evidence to shut down polluting indoor residential wood stoves, one by one if necessary. Purple air PM2.5 monitors are already being used on US EPA AirNow maps of smoke and air alongside $100,000 EPA PM2.5 monitors. Wood burning emits more PM2.5 and CO2 than the fossil fuel coal burning. Wood burning emits 450 times the PM2.5 of the fossil fuel natural gas burning. One of the EPA's responses to the 10 Assistant Attorney General's threat of a lawsuit is that the EPA will be unable to change NSPS for wood stoves until 2027, although the EPA is required by statute to change NSPS every 8 years, and since 2015 was the last change of NSPS, the EPA is required to change them, probably lower limits, in 2023, this year. Beginning to allow a complaint-based system for indoor residential wood-burning emissions in 2023 would allow a parallel track of flawed wood stove certification and a complaint-based system for monitoring and eliminating polluting indoor wood stove emissions. Dr. Tony Fauci's innovative use of a government agency parallel track encompassing AIDS clinical trials alongside allowing use of one experimental drug ganciclovir while conducting a clinical trial of AZT, was successful in saving lives while preventing blindness, for instance, in 1989. Is residents against wood smoke emission particulates cringe? The ultimate insult of our era? If so, that is a compliment, because it implies attachment to hope, to sincerity, to possibility. Unless indoor residential wood burning continues, then, the whole world will be insulted with climate change, a heating planet, and an unending loop of continuous wildfires. https://www.newyorktimes.com/2023/08/opinion/indigo-girls-barbie-cringe.html?ID=. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity and relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates. Cringe, the ultimate insult of our era. It implies a kind of pathetic attachment to hope, to sincerity, to possibility. Cringe is not exclusively female. The musical Hamilton, written by a man, Lin-Manuel Miranda, is definitely cringe. But in these hardened times, it implies a kind of naivete that so often gets coded as feminine, a silly belief that human beings, through sincere effort, might actually improve themselves and the world. That things might, somehow, get better. Feminism? Definitely cringe. Alaska, top of the world highway. 3 fires burning along the top of the world highway. Alaska Wildland Fire Information. Alaska Wildland Fire Information. 8 smoke jumpers and the North Star crew are working to protect structures in the vicinity of the wood fire, number 330. It is near the U.S.-Canadian, Georgia, South. Wood pellet mills air pollution violations in South Georgia raise concerns. EHN. Environmental health news. Fine particulate matter, volatile organic compounds, and other emissions from the mill can lead to respiratory issues, such as asthma exacerbation. Illinois, Wood River. 27-year-old faces felony arson charge for setting fire to own home. The Edwardsville Intelligencer. The Edwardsville Intelligencer. Smoke rises from an upstairs bedroom window of a house Saturday morning. Dodge J. Eccles, 27, of Wood River, was charged Monday with aggravated. Illinois, Wood River. Crews respond to house fire in Wood River, Illinois. YouTube. Fire crews were at the scene of a home that went ablaze early Tuesday morning. St. Louis News, Fox 2 covers news, weather, and sports in Missouri. Indiana, Warwick County, Linville. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. 14 News. Warwick CO, IND, WFIE, a Warwick County sawmill is being cited for burning wood waste and causing firefighters to put out the fires. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. KWCH. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. Updated, 12 hours ago. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. WLOX. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. Updated, 3 hours ago. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. 14 News. Linville Sawmill receives citation for burning wood waste. Updated, 3 hours ago. Minnesota, Alexandria. Why is the air so bad? Air quality alert August 7th to 8th, KIKFM 100.7. KIKFM 100.7. Heavy ground level smoke from wildfires in northern Canada is currently, such as outdoor burning, and use of residential wood burning devices. Minnesota, northern and central. Air quality alert issued this week for northern, central Minnesota. CBS News. Central Minnesota this week due to more Canadian wildfire smoke. The MPCA to reduce vehicular travel on alert days and to avoid burning wood. Minnesota, Red Lake. Air quality alert issued due to wildfire smoke for Tuesday, August 8th through Red Lake Nation News. The smoke will impact north-central MN on Wednesday, but air quality, such as outdoor burning, and use of residential wood burning devices. Mexico. The unacknowledged, grueling labor behind the Mexican tortilla eater. And then you start slapping tortillas, and for hours you're inhaling wood smoke and burning your fingers. When you look at the hands of the Canada, Ontario, Peterborough, Hourly fine particulate matter concentrations 59006 Air Quality Ontario. Air Quality Ontario. From August 6, 2023 EDT to August 8, 2023 EDT. Notes, effective January 1, 2013, the PM2.5 monitoring method was changed in Ontario. For more. Australia, Canberra. Heater policy wanting, government urged to act, Canberra City News. Canberra City News. Wood fire smoke. Prior to the community complaints we received, I didn't truly appreciate the extent of air pollution through wood smoke, says. We know exposure to wood smoke has both short-term and long-term impacts for the general public, says Page. Breathing in particulate matter can. Nigeria, Lagos. Water, particulates and the Lagos, Ibadan Expressway this day live. Think of an abrasive sandpaper on wood. On my recent trip, I observed that many of the drainage exit points on the sides of the expressway are. India. Are rising air pollution and PM2.5 directly linked to antibiotic resistance? Yes, says Lancet study. The Indian Express. PM2.5 carries abundant antibiotic resistance determinant genes. These levels are higher than what is found in sediments, soil, rivers and some. PM2.5 and human health. Tackling air pollution may thwart rise of killer bacteria. The national. Sources of PM2.5 include industrial activities, road transport and domestic coal and wood burning. Read more. How bad is our air pollution and PM2.5 and human health? Air pollution giving rise to global antibiotic resistance incidents. Lancet study. News 9 Live. H0W PM2.5 is contributing to antibiotic resistance? There has only recently been a small amount of information released about the global impact. PM2.5 and human health. Increasing air pollution may be a cause of antibiotic resistance, Lancet study reveals. The Financial Express. With every 1% rise in PM2.5 pollution, there is an increase in antibiotic resistance between 0.5 and 1.9%, depending on the PM2.5 and human health. Characterizing the effects of structural fires on fine particulate matter with a dense sensing network. Nature. Short-term ambient air pollution events adversely impact health as well as productivity. Even small increases in fine particulate matter, PM2.5. PM2.5 and human health. Two medical studies highlight new impacts of air pollution. Air Quality News. Air Quality News. The team followed 5,024 people aged 65 years or older with dementia in South London and used high-resolution estimates of NO2 and PM2.5 and PM10. PM2.5 and human health. Study finds link between air pollution and antibiotic resistance in humans. IB Times UK. PM2.5 are tiny particles in the air that can enter the lungs and bloodstream. The PM2.5 limit set by the World Health Organization, WHO, is 5 μg/m3. PM2.5 and human health. Pathways Framework identifies wildfire impacts on agriculture, nature, food. Nature. Smoke from wildfires routinely elevates the abundance of PM2.5, hazardous air pollutants and ozone, O3, across the United States, particularly in PM2.5 and human health. Foliar particulate matter retention and toxic trace element accumulation of 6 roadside plant. Nature. Results showed that P. macrophyllus had the highest ability to retain PM, and C. camphora excelled in retaining PM2.5. The combination of PM2.5 and human health. Fine particulate matter exposure may increase non-lung cancer risk. The ASCO Post. The ASCO Post chronic exposure to fine particulate air pollutants, PM2.5, particulate matter 2.5 m in diameter, and nitrogen dioxide, NO2, may increase. Emails of 10 Assistant Attorney Generals preparing to sue the EPA to provide clarity for indoor residential wood stove manufacturers, vendors, and users. Instead, the Assistant Attorneys General should ask for a complaint-based system in place of the failed wood stove certification program. The states involved are Alaska, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington, as well as the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency. Contact emails for the 10 Assistant or Deputy Attorney Generals and a General Counsel are Cody.Doig@alaska.gov Alaska Senior Assistant Attorney General Email, Cody Doig. Jason.James@ilag.gov Illinois Assistant Attorney General Email, Jason James. Goldstein@oag.state.md.us Maryland Special Assistant Attorney General Email, Stephen Goldstein. Turner.Smith@mass.gov Massachusetts Assistant Attorney General Email, Turner Smith. Peter.Serto@ag.state.mn.us Minnesota Special Assistant Attorney General Email, Peter Serto. Lisa.Morelli@law.njoag.gov New Jersey Deputy Attorney General Email, Lisa Morelli. Nicholas.Batino@ag.newyork.gov New York Assistant Attorney General Email, Nicholas Batino. Paul.Garahan@doj.state.or.us Oregon Attorney in Charge Email, Paul Garahan, one of 2 or attorneys. Steve.Novick@doj.state.or.us Oregon Special Assistant Attorney General Email, Steve Novick, one of 2 or attorneys. Nick.Persimpieri@vermont.gov Vermont Assistant Attorney General Email, Nick Persimpieri. Caroline.Kress@atg.wa.gov Washington Assistant Attorney General Email, Caroline Kress. Jennifer.Cleanair.gov General Counsel, Puget Sound Clean Air Agency, Jennifer A. Dold. A new icon has been added to the RAWSEP President's website, which is now the nearest right icon. The icon is an ask that has already been described in episodes 56 GB, description of the parties who should be at the table when deciding on safe wood stove emission limits and fenceline measurements, rather than wood stove certification, and emails to contact 10 deputy or assistant attorney generals and 1 general counsel. Those PDFs are included at the icon link. Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com and click on the nearest right icon for the ask. Contact 10 Attorneys General https://rawscpresident.wordpress.com/ Please contact Attorneys General about August suit versus E P A asking for certainty for wood stove users. RAWSEP asks for complaint-based SITM based on PM monitor data exceeding EP/. To the right of that, Barbie goes to the dating game https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com. 1 Barbie goes to the dating game / to the right of that, cookies that may contain rocks are recalled https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com/ cookies that may contain rocks are recalled to the right of that, the fox owns the forest card game. https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com/ the fox owns the forest card game TBA. Then to the right of that, the latest months, August and July 2023, of PDFs of articles with URLs to search on https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com/ 1-August-2023-PDFs-of-URLs. And https://rawscpresidents.wordpress.com/ 1-July-2023-PDFs-of-URLs. To the right of that, stickers to hand out for RAWSEP, games such as 1. Bingo for RAWSEP, 2. Crosswords for RAWSEP 3, Endwood Smoke Jeopardy 4, PM2.5 Free Monopoly and Endwood Smoke Monopoly 5, vending machines for PM2.5 monitors, and icon links to 30-minute YouTube videos and Spotify podcasts as well as podcasts.google.com, CastBox and Pocket Cast. Pocket Cast is only free on the phone app. Pocket Cast works on Apple phones, and, below those icons, icon links to monthly URLs of PDFs from June 2023 to May 2022.